Alright, so I wanted to make this video to show people out there who had no idea how to replace the mock barrel on these CZ clones. These are like airsoft guns. This one happens to be an ASG Vz61, and boy did I have a time trying to replace this barrel. So, first steps you'll have to do, and you'll see that I've already done this, is you want to remove the wire stock. Now, that can be done by removing this flathead screw and then squeezing together the stock and taking it off the bat. Then you'll need, I used a 5/64 Allen bit to take out two of these itty bitty Allen screws. I have one over here. Kept them in a bag so that I wouldn't lose them, but you can see how tiny that is compared to my thumb. So there's two of those that need to be removed. There's one right here in front of the trigger guard, and then there's one right here on this lug that connects partly connects the top receiver to the bottom receiver. And then once those are taken out, there's this push pin here. And you need to remove that. So you push that out, it's a little loose. Won't be that easy if you just got the gun. Pull that out, and then you can separate the two halves. Now I'm gonna have to put down the camera for a sec and take them apart. Right, so now you got your top receiver and you got your bottom receiver. And the bottom receiver has the gearbox, nozzle, all that good stuff that makes it work. And now to the hard part of getting off the mock barrel and replacing it with the mock suppressor adapter. So first step here is there is in this hole here where my thumb is, right there, there's a little Phillips head screw that you will need to remove. It basically keeps this little lug assembly, whatever you want to call it, attached to the top right here. And then second is another screw that isn't even a screw. It's that front sight post. It does connect into that lug, which you will need to remove from the gun to get rid of this mock barrel. You'll see it's broken, and it's I'll tell you about that in a sec. So you get that Phillips head removed, and then you take some vice grips or something, some needle nose pliers, or in my case, an AK sight tool, and you put it on there, and you remove it. You take it and you unscrew it. Then once you're done with that, to get this out, you might have a tough time because I believe it was either glued in there or something with this mock barrel was preventing it from moving. So, and this is dangerous and you want to be careful when doing it. What I did was I took a screwdriver, put it through that push pin hole, and used that to pry out the assembly. I did it in a way that I couldn't flex this plastic inward or outward. And I got it out, but when I got it out, this had broken off. So it came out and sheared off the threads on this. So it left a ring inside of that area where the barrel goes through. And to remove that ring, what I did was, first I tried using some needle nose pliers and spreading them in there and trying to unscrew it. That didn't end up working, so I took a pocket knife and shoved it in there, and it tore up the inside of that plastic ring, but it's basically trash. And I did eventually get it out of there. Now, what will help you guys, if that does happen to you, or if you just want to get it out normally, is this barrel is not righty-tighty, it's righty-loosey. So you go clockwise to get loose, counterclockwise to tighten it. So you can do this. And the mock barrel that comes on the gun, there isn't a way to take it out externally. You have to get this assembly here out of the gun to remove it, because as you see on this one, there's the threads, and then there's this ring right here that ends up going to the end of the upper receiver. It just basically sits right there fairly nicely, like so. But on this one, there's another ring that's on the inside of that hole. So you can't remove it externally. You have to push it in and get it out, and then you can remove it. But I hope that helps somebody out there that wants to do this modification. I didn't have any resources really, other than what really helped out was I went to actionsportsgames.com, and they have the explosion of the gun, and that helped me realize that why it wasn't coming out was because of that front sight post was screwed in there. And also it just took a little bit of elbow grease. But if you do that, if you do decide to yank this out of there, be careful. Don't crunch in the sides of the plastic here. Don't mess up your mock charging handles. Make sure you remove this front sight post. That way you don't damage that. And make sure you remove the Phillips head in here so that you don't pull something out of the gun. And you should be able to do it without any problems if you take care of all those factors. Well, that's it for now. Good luck on trying this at home. Be safe. Treat guns like they're loaded. It would suck if you were trying to work on your airsoft gun and got shot in the face. See ya.